Welcome to the inauguration ceremony for the 2017-2018 Portland Board of Public Education. This inauguration is being held at City Hall in Council Chambers. Members may please take their seats. And for the final time, I would ask the superintendent to please call the roll.
Yes, Madam Chair. Ms. Seeliger?
Here.
Ms. Vendel?
Here.
Ms. Hatzenbuehler? Ms. Davis?
Here.
Ms. Thompson?
Here.
Ms. Trevorrow?
Here.
Mr. Eder? Ms. Donato?
Here.
Ms. Farah? And I believe that's everybody.
Mr. Eder has just joined us.
Mr. Rodriguez?
Presente.
And Ms. Morioni?
Here. We'll begin this evening with the national anthem, and I would ask Madeline to come to the dais. The national anthem this evening will be performed by Madeline Fitzgerald of Paths.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, all the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
And next I would ask Jackson and Safa to please come join us at the podium. Jackson Nali and Safa Mohammed are going to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Welcome, everyone. We come together this evening for an exciting and important event, to welcome incoming members to the Portland Board of Public Education. In some cases, we are welcoming brand new members, and in others, we welcome back those who are returning. In any case, I am reminded of something my colleague, board member Lori Davis, said recently during a board governance workshop. She said, and I paraphrase, that each year following inauguration, we become a new board. And it is true. Today marks the beginning of a newly constituted Board of Education, comprising all the strengths, experiences, and ambitions that we each bring to the table. I want to say congratulations to our incoming new members, Tim Atkinson, who will represent Portland's District 4, and Mark Balkbonts, who will serve as an at-large representative to the board. And of course, a warm welcome back to current board member, Ms. Marnie Morioni, who represents District 5. I also want to welcome our incoming student representatives, Isabel Clater, Tiana Yuri, and welcome back to Saharla Farah, who will be joining us for another year. It has been a privilege to serve as the board's chair for the last year. In my State of the Schools address, given just a couple weeks ago, I outlined successes the district has had in the past year, and there are many. The equity resolutions condemning hate speech and asserting a safe haven for Muslim students, state recognition of our exemplary staff, the launch of Teach Portland program, and the passage of the transgender policy are just a few examples. I am most proud, however, of having been part of the launch of the Portland Promise, our pledge to the community to continue and to intensify our efforts to ensure that all graduates are prepared and empowered to succeed in college and career. This pledge hinges on 4 goals established in our updated comprehensive plan: achievement, whole student, equity, and people. These are the overarching commitments that have driven and continue to drive our work. And for board members, they are why we run for office. Because we believe that they represent best practices in education today. Because we believe the students of our community deserve the best. And we want to do our part in attaining these goals for our students. Thank you to my fellow board members for granting me the privilege to have served as your chair this last year. And thank you to everyone in attendance tonight for welcoming the newly constituted Portland Board of Public Education. I know I speak for the board when I say that it is our honor to serve. Tonight is also an evening to say goodbye to outgoing members who have been serving with us. This year we are saying goodbye to 3 members, one of whom is our outgoing student representative, Christina Donato. Christina has been an advocate for Portland High School over the last year, and we have appreciated her presence on the board. She's advocated and been a strong representative for Portland High. So thank you, Christina, for your service to the board this year, and we look forward to seeing your success in the future. We know that you have some exciting things coming in your senior year, so thank you. In August, our District 4 member, Stephanie Hatzenbuehler, had to leave the board a bit early due to moving out of state. I do want to recognize her contribution to the board while she was with us for the past 3 years. Most notably this year, she served as chair of the Finance Committee and played the crucial role of guiding the budget process through what proved to be a difficult year. We thank her for her valuable insights and for carrying a heavy workload. And of course, at-large board member John Eder is also leaving the board this evening. In the last 3 years, I have noted John's leadership style to be open-minded and reflective. He often considers the perspective that might otherwise go unnoted and never shies from raising it in the public forum. I've also witnessed his ability to bring ideas to the table and work through them to fruition. Thank you, John, for bringing these characteristics to our board and for your service. And I would ask at this time if there are other board members who would like to say a few outgoing words. Ms. Thompson.
I didn't prepare anything, John, but I just wanted to thank you very much for your service. I think when you were first campaigning, we kind of were campaigning for different people, and you taught me a good lesson in that prejudging and judging a book by its cover, and the old saying, because I consider you a good friend, and you've been a great colleague, and you've brought a lot of insight, and I congratulate you on being a fairly new dad and enjoying that, but I thank you for your service. You've done a great job. Thank you.
I think I first met John in 2012, and I told him that I was majoring in political science at USM, and he pretty much right away said, "You should run for office sometime." And I thought he was joking. It was it's kind of a funny story, and I was like, yeah, okay. And I had recently learned that he had served in the legislature as a Green, and that was really inspiring to me. He even had like a Wikipedia page, so I knew that he was legit. And we became friends, and I looked forward to, I told him, you know, I could really use you on the board. It would be cool. You've got some great ideas. And he ran and luckily got onto the board and really worked hard to get the Metro passed, and the for-school bond was a great advocate for that, and just really opened up the board to some new ideas. And I look forward to trying to convince him to run for office for something else pretty soon.
Anyone else? Mr. Rodriguez.
It's weird looking to my left to see John. John's been my neighbor here on the board, sitting on my right this first year that I served. And so I wanted to thank you, John, for your service and for being somebody that I've literally leaned on to ask for help and assistance, and for always bringing, like Anna mentioned, for always bringing a point of view that's needed, you know, to ask those questions that most of us don't think about and consider. So your value in this board probably exceeds anything that I can put into words today. But thank you very much for your service.
Mr. Eder.
Thanks so much. It's been a really heady 3 years, and to have served one term might otherwise be sad. I've had to leave town because, frankly, my young family and I have been priced out of town. But it was very rewarding, and it was so grateful to have worked with such a hardworking, dedicated group of people who really care about our schools. We got students on the Metro. We put the bond out to the voters, and it passed. And we have a fantastic new chair, and we've moved on the Portland Promise and marketing our schools, something that I've always dreamed of. These are all big ticket items that I'd always wanted to work on, and I thank Sarah for being a mentor to me, and I thank Holly for encouraging me to run. And in parting, I would just like to ask that my colleagues, respectfully, I'd ask that you look into, I think, a big crisis that we have, that we take responsibility in, and that's student loan indebtedness. And I think we have an answer to that here in really promoting the trades, which badly need new tradespeople, and promoting paths, as I've heard Board Member Marion speak about just recently, and I offer my help in making that possible. So thank you so much. It's been wonderful. Thank you.
Thank you. Now it's time for the oath of office for new members. So if we could have Tim Atkinson, Mark Balfonce, Isabel Clayton, Gianna Yuri, and Saharla Farah, if they have joined us yet. I think they come to the center.
Raise your right hands and repeat after me. I do solemnly swear.
I do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution.
That I will support the Constitution
of the United States.
Of the United States.
And of this state.
And of this state.
So long as I. Shall continue. A citizen thereof.
A citizen thereof.
And I will faithfully discharge.
And I will faithfully discharge.
To the best of my abilities.
To the best of my abilities.
The duties incumbent upon me.
The duties incumbent upon me.
As a Portland School Board member.
As a Portland School Board member.
According to the said constitutions.
According to the said constitutions.
Laws of the state.
Laws of the state.
And the ordinances of the city.
And the ordinances of the city.
And would the superintendent please call the new roll?
Mr. Balfance?
Here.
Ms. Seeliger?
Here.
Ms. Vendale?
Here.
Ms. Davis?
Here.
Ms. Thompson?
Here.
Ms. Morioni?
Here.
Mr. Rodriguez?
Presente.
Mr. Atkinson?
Here.
Ms. Farah, Ms. Yuri, and Ms. Clater.
Here.
And Chair Trevorrow.
Here. And I apologize that I missed a part when we were saying goodbye to Member John Eder. We have something for you.
Thank you.
Now moving into the election of Portland Board of Public Education Chairperson for the 2017-2018 year. At this point, I would open up the floor for nominations. Ms. Davis.
I nominate Anna Trevorrow.
Are there any other nominations? Seeing none, I would close nominations. And Ms. Davis, would you like to speak very briefly to your nomination?
I'm pleased to nominate Anna Trevorrow to serve as chair of the Portland Board of Public Education for the coming year. I first met Anna 9 years ago when we ran for and were elected to serve on the Portland City Charter Commission as 2 of 9 elected members and the only women elected to the commission. I had an opportunity to see firsthand how Anna works, how she wrestles with issues, raises questions and concerns, and added to the discussion and helped us clarify our thinking as we worked on revamping the city's charter. Since joining the board in 2013, Anna's brought these skills to her board work, and that has been of value to the board. Around the dais, there's much diversity of experience and perspective, but one thing is clear, that we all share a commitment to education of Portland students and to the importance of education to the well-being of the Portland community. When I look at the work that lies ahead over the coming year, I strongly believe that Anna's calm, issue-focused, eyes-on-the-future approach to the work of the school board will serve the board and the community well, hitting the mark of balanced governance that we have been studying, neither too micromanaging nor too hands-off, as we work together to find the common ground to accomplish the work before us. I look forward to working with Anna and my fellow board members in the year ahead, and I urge you to join me in supporting Anna for chair of the school board.
Thank you, Ms. Davis. And at this time, I guess I would call for a vote where there is... I'm hearing no. So at this time, where there's only one nomination, I'm going to do the vote by show of hands. And so I would say all those in favor of appointing Anna Trevorrow as the Portland Board of Public Education Chairperson for 2017-2018 school year, please indicate. And any opposed? Seeing none, it is unanimous. Well, thank you very much for your support. I look forward to the coming year. I've learned a lot this past year. You heard my spiel at the caucus last week, and I'll have a few closing remarks later tonight as well. So thank you. And at this point, I would invite Lilia and Kamosi up to the dais to read the Portland Creed. The Portland Creed is being read by Lilia Sarkisov, grade 5 of Riverton Elementary School, and Kamosi Silva, grade 5 of Riverton Elementary School.
I am a citizen of Portland, of Maine, and of the United States. It is my right and my duty to make an honest living and to be comfortable and happy. It is my privilege and my honor to help others to secure these benefits.
I will work hard and play fair.
I will be kind to all, especially to little children, to old people, to the unfortunate, and to animals.
I will help to make Portland a clean, beautiful, law-abiding city.
These are the best services I can render to my city, my state, and my country.
Thank you. And at this point, we're going to have a musical interlude, but I understand Mr. Sticky has a couple remarks to begin.
I wanted to thank the board for being on the board. My father was chairman of the board for 11 years. My colleague at Portland High School's mother was chairman of the board. We remember them coming in at midnight, 1 in the morning, going to work at 6. At that time, notebooks of papers that they would have to read, and confidentiality that people would ask my mother or myself about, and we didn't know. I want to thank you for working so hard. My father and Jane's mother worked hard to promote art and music, fairness in hiring and equality, and worked tirelessly on the system of our education. Thank you so much for your hard work in carrying the heavy weight of public office. Our singer this evening is Yere Kasonga-Leia, and she's going to sing the Per la Gloria d'Adoravi by Bonaccini, and hopefully you will enjoy. I left a rubric for you. You will look at your leisure. This is what we teach at Deering High School, and we have the state rubric, and thank you so much for the opportunity.
Chi vagheggia può mai
Thank you, Ms. Ure and Mr. Stickney. And for my inaugural address this evening, I am honored to have the opportunity to serve again as the board chair this coming year. As I served in the position this past year, I have gained insights into the importance of education to our community and the roles of the board, the chair, the superintendent, staff, and city council in building a strong educational system in Portland. With this knowledge, I look forward to leading the board toward another strong year. As you heard a little while ago, we have accomplished a great deal this past year. In the year ahead, I am excited to continue serving with a high level of dedication and commitment. The board's role is to work with our community and stakeholders to set a vision for the district, and then to enable our skilled and capable staff to do their work with board support and guidance when needed. For us, the Portland Promise, our new comprehensive plan with its 4 goals, represent that vision. The Portland Promise challenges us to work with each other and to effectively communicate our goals to the community in order to achieve them. In the next couple of months, once again, we will be facing a challenging budget year. We will need to make many important decisions to allocate our resources in ways that allow us to make progress toward our goals and enhance the overall student experience that our families expect and from which our students benefit greatly. Heading into the next year, I pledge to lead the district's effort in conjunction with the City Council and our state legislative delegation to ensure that we obtain and steward our resources to the best possible results. Portland is a great city, and it takes great schools to have a great city. We have been charged with fulfilling this community's vision for these great schools. We will open the new Hall School, and we will begin the process of rebuilding Longfellow, Lizeth, Presumpscot, and Reiki Elementary Schools. We will find out where our Portland High School and Paths Casco Bay High School projects fit into the state's major capital construction programs. And we will complete the Casco Bay Great Room. We still have significant remaining facility needs. However, this represents the most comprehensive investment in our school buildings in many years. And everyone knows that great schools are more than brick and mortar. We have significant work ahead to support the implementation of proficiency-based learning, supporting teaching and learning, building our staff's capacity to serve our diverse student population. Over the next year, I look forward to leading our board to advance our goals and ensure efficient and effective management and support our administration and our staff's work. We will continue to grow through our commitment to learning together as a board through our self-governance process. We have an exciting and promising year ahead, and I know I speak for all of my fellow board colleagues and the superintendent and the district staff in saying that we are looking forward to the coming year. Thank you. And I would call for a motion for adjournment. Ms. Morioni, seconded by Mr. Rodriguez. All those in favor? It is unanimous with the student representative voting in the affirmative. And we are adjourned. Thank you.